Welcome to Edmonton Cricket TV. Well, I am in Calgary here with the president of the Calgary District Cricket League, Sabeel Khan. First of all, tell me the size of your league, approximate teams and players here in Calgary.
Welcome to Calgary, Mike. Lovely to see you here in Calgary. Happy to talk a little bit about the Calgary District Cricket League. We're obviously the oldest cricket league here in Calgary, established in 1908, but the history goes beyond that, around the late 1800s. We've been playing in Raleigh Park, but officially the Calgary District Cricket League was formed in 1908. It was incorporated as a not-for-profit in 1958, in September of 1958. So since then, we've been organizing cricket here in Calgary, recreational cricket. Currently, the Calgary District Cricket League has altogether, we offer multiple formats of the game. So we offer the 40/35 over cricket.
Yep.
We have 8 divisions within that format. Altogether, we've got 64 teams that play in the longer format. Then we've got our T20, regular T20 cricket. We've got 6 divisions. There's a total of 60 teams that play that format. Besides that, we also have something called the Weekday League, which is essentially a corporate league, follows some village cricket rules. So for that, we've got 2 divisions, a total of 28 teams that play that. We also, it's just been 2 years that we've started softball cricket, which is a hard tennis ball cricket, shorter format, 10 over games. So we've got 12 teams that play that. And then besides that, we also have a women's league that we run. There's 2 women's teams that are playing against each other. So altogether, if you add up all those numbers, we have 166 teams playing in all formats altogether.
That's fantastic. Now, I used to practice Aussie rules football down at Raleigh Park, and I heard that some lady donated Raleigh Park many years ago, and it can only ever be used for cricket. Is that a bit of a story, or is that true?
It is, true. There's Lord Riley actually owned a lot of the area within that Raleigh Park, Kensington community. And that was donated just for specific use of cricket.
Awesome.
So that's how it's been the home of cricket here in Calgary for all these years, and almost up until I'd say 2009, for over 100 odd years. That was probably the sole sort of cricket ground here in Calgary.
Right.
But since then, obviously, we've grown. There are multiple cricket grounds that have come forth. But yes, Raleigh is the home of cricket here in Calgary.
It's a beautiful place, just like Victoria Park in Edmonton. Now, you have about 12 fields. Is that enough, or you need more for the growth with so many immigrants coming from India?
Yeah, actually, currently, there are obviously more than 12 cricket fields in and around the city of Calgary, but C&DCL currently operates. I'd say there's 4 play fields: Raleigh Park, Inland Athletic Park, Westwinds, the ground that we're at today, East Shepherd Cricket Ground. So those are the 4 play fields that we play on all 7 days of the week. Besides that, we also share a play field with another league here in the Northeast, the Martha's Haven Cricket Field. So we play there from Monday through Thursday. I'm happy to share that we're building another cricket play field at Walden.
Awesome.
The construction's supposed to happen next week. Hopefully we would be able to play cricket starting the first weekend of July there. So that'd be the 6th play field that we bring on. And then there's another 7th ground at the moment, which is the Cornerstone, where it's exclusive for women's cricket only. But obviously in Calgary there are other grounds as well, which are, the city has reclassified them for junior cricket only or drop-in pitches. So for community people to just go and have some fun.
I pulled up and there's some people playing around the corner in one of the fields.
There's about less than 100 meters. There's another play field here, 100 to 200 meters. That's one of those drop-in pitches.
Now, Calgary and District Cricket League made national news a couple of months ago, including the Toronto Sun and other publications. So I'll quickly read out from March the 12th from CTV News. 2 men accused of stealing approximately $200,000 from C&DCL have been charged with fraud and theft. C&DCL reported several financial discrepancies to the police following an internal review in 2017. This led police to believe the former treasurer, Syed, Wajahat and President Salman Shahzad misappropriated approximately $200,000 from the league between 2014 and December 2016. Both these men are from Milton, Ontario. What would you like to say about this?
Well, I mean, it's an unfortunate incident, that occurred here at the, to us in Calgary and District Cricket League back around the 2014-2016 period. At that time, the league sort of stumbled upon an alleged misappropriation of funds case. We had filed a complaint with the Calgary Police back in 2017. It had taken almost 8 years for the Calgary Police to finally complete their investigation and lay, criminal charges against 2 individuals, who happen to be the past executives of the Calgary and District Cricket League. It's going through the full judicial process at the moment. I think it'll be unfair or not appropriate for me to comment anything further. We'll just have to wait and see the judicial process sort of, pan out and go through the whole process to see any resulting convictions.
Yeah, I totally respect that. They have appeared in court once, I believe, and I believe it's next February they'll be back in court. That's what I've been told. Now, one more question to wrap up part 1. C&DCL has been deemed a defaulted league and not in good standing with the Alberta Cricket League and Cricket Canada. This means players and members are not eligible for Alberta Cricket Association and Cricket Canada programs and sanctioned events. Can you tell me a little bit about this and how that came about?
Well, firstly, I just wanted to correct something that we are, as of last year, since 2024, we are a league in good standing with the ACA.
Okay.
We obviously, the issue that sort of resulted in this situation was, unfortunately, one of the individuals that had, were alleged to be part of the misappropriation of funds from CDCL happened to be in control of the provincial body in 2017, 2018, during that period. And we feel that, because of him being in control of that organization at that specific timeline, that specific period, and the fact that there was no treasurer, or a working secretary of the ACA at that time, the CDCL, made a decision to withhold the membership dues.
Right.
And we feel that, you could say lack of due process. We were essentially put not in good financial standing with the ACA. So since, in 2024, the league made a decision of basically clearing all of our outstanding dues with the ACA. We've done that. So we are now in good standing with the Alberta Cricket Association. Our players should be eligible to represent, the provincial team, as well as, be provided the opportunity if they're good enough to play for Canada. So that's our understanding at the moment. But again, the process of selection is not something that we control.
Well, the players are the most important thing about cricket here, so you believe there'd be several players could possibly be in the Cricket Canada squad now, and obviously Alberta has a representative team, so maybe mention a couple of the players you think could soon be in Cricket Canada, because we really want the biggest league in Calgary to be back in good standing with ACA and Cricket Canada.
I think for me, as a league president, it'd be inappropriate for me to pick out one or two players. The league is quite large. As I said, we've got a total of 166 teams. There is talent that's spread out throughout the league. So certainly, just based on the numbers of players that we've got, the number of teams we have, I'm sure there's going to be a few individuals that would be good enough, to play for the provincial team and possibly for the national team as well. We just hope for a transparent process of selection that could be communicated out so that all of our players can sort of participate and get a fair opportunity to be looked at. I'm no first-class player. I've never played international cricket or so forth. So obviously I don't have the skill set to pick a talent. But if there are people of that nature who can come and sort of see the talent, I'm sure they'd be able to. A player or two would be able to catch their eye.
Well, this is something that I really feel strongly about because Canada made the T20 World Cup and there was thoughts that some players weren't picked and the best team wasn't selected back last year. And we obviously know with Calgary and District Cricket League not eligible, there's possibly more players that could be in what we hope the very best Cricket Canada team with no favouritism, just the best team. That's what I really want. Now, another issue that came up recently, and I was very impressed with the way yourself and your committee members handled the fight that was shown on 22 yards and then removed by that company. Sanctions, heavy sanctions, but not detrimental to the rest of their career, were handed down. Do you want to mention a bit about how you handled those three people that were involved and thus fined and sanctioned in that fight?
Well, at the Calgary District Cricket League, we've got an independent disciplinary committee. There's an established, code of conduct policy, and certain actions that are related to disciplinary issues sort of can be categorized in that code of conduct document. So you can relate whether something's, a level 1 offense, a level 2 offense, a level 3 or a level 4 offense. And there are certain, laid out, penalties in that code of conduct document. This specific incident, just because the good thing is it was caught on, video, and there's very good evidence to for our disciplinary committee to be able to establish what exactly happened. And by just reviewing the video evidence and collecting, statements from the umpires, neutral umpires that were there, they were able to sort of, match the offense with, what's prescribed in our code of conduct, and appropriate sort of penalties have been communicated out to those players. So. Right. So they are serving those penalties at the moment, and cricket is supposed to be a gentleman's game, and these kind of things are, we hope to avoid these kind of things. Obviously, in elite cricket, and sometimes cricket does get a little bit feisty and heated, but there are certain lines that should not be crossed. After all, this is cricket.
Yes. Well done on those fines and suspensions. And gentlemen's game. Yes, I got back from Lord's recently, so I know all about the gentlemen in the crowd. And actually, the whole crowd was well behaved. Now, a big event coming up shortly is your smash and grab. So let's now go to some quick highlights from last year, where Shash from 22 yards, formerly Calgary Cricket TV, sent me video of two Edmonton boys, Sadeepka Orka and Yusub Huck, scoring centuries.
That's in the air, an excellent shot once again. Slug sweep. That's a maximum. Yusub He's been brilliant today. With every shot that he has played, he has looked good and good. The team is at 94 and he's at 77 out of that. So look at the domination he's creating in the middle. Left-hand batsmen are always treat to watch, and especially when they play innings like this. One of the best players to watch out for in this game, Yasub. 100 from 57 deliveries. A proper T20 knock that we want to see. And that came off his bat today. He's thanking God, thanking Almighty for everything that he's got today. But it's been a brilliant knock and a brilliant effort by this guy.
So they were great highlights of two of the best batsmen in the C&DCL that came down last year to play in the smash and grab. And let's hope that that is a sanctioned event this year with the Alberta Cricket Association and Cricket Canada. It's on August the 2nd to the 4th and up to $40,000 in prize money. Tell me some of the highlights and what you love about this event.
Well, it's been sort of the marquee cricket event here in Calgary. We've had 6 editions of the Smash and Grab in the past. The great thing about a tournament like this is you get to see, some of the national players, some international players come down. And the experience that our local players get, playing against them. So there was this incident of, watching in last year's edition. You had an ex-international Pakistani international cricketer, Sohail Tanveer, bowling the first over, and he got smacked for about, I think, 28 runs in the first over by an Alberta cricket player, Yusuf, from Edmonton. So that was, amazing to watch. I think, those are the experiences, why a tournament like this is really special, especially for, local cricketers here in Alberta, for them to get an opportunity to play against some big name players from across the country and internationally. It can only help them in their process of becoming better cricketers. So that is why we always look forward for this one tournament every year.
That's awesome. Now you're spending some money. You have 22 Yards, formerly Calgary Cricket TV, filming lots of games, and I read this week that you have a full-time person coming on board shortly to do lots of social media work in the next 8 to 10 weeks. Tell me about those two companies.
Yeah, absolutely. 22 Yards Cricket has been, a really awesome sort of partner for the C&DCL, for the Calgary District Cricket League. The league has grown quite a bit. We're currently I think our CDCL's budget is north of $600,000 annually. Wow. That's how big the league is. So we have a budget to spend over live streaming and broadcasting services. As you can see, all of our elite games, a lot of the premier games, all of our playoffs, tournaments are all live streamed on decent quality, with nice cameras and good angles and things like that. So it's a positive thing. I think a lot of cricketers, they enjoy going home and watching the 6 that they hit or a specific incredible catch that they might have taken, and obviously it helps improve and bring up the level of cricket in Calgary. So it's been a wonderful sort of partnership. It's going great as of now. This is our second year, partnering with 22 Yards Network. We hope that slowly, right now we've got only some of our top level that's being covered, and obviously the playoffs of all different formats and lower divisions as well. But eventually we would want the entire league's cricket being live streamed on YouTube. So that's the first thing. And I think your second question about the social media, us being a not-for-profit, we were able to apply for multiple different grants that are out there, and through that we've got a grant that allows us to hire a youth to come on board and assist us with social media coverage. So that's what we're looking for. We're still looking out. We're hoping to hire someone very soon to cover at least the busy season of CDCL. And
can I use them to help me do some stuff? Nah, that's full time. You'll get a lot of content with someone full time, absolutely. Now, we'll wrap it up in a minute. What's some of your aims for the rest of this season and, say, the next 5 years for C&DCL?
Well, right now I think we're mostly working in the next couple of months on infrastructure for cricket. Obviously I spoke to you about the Walden new cricket pitch that we're doing. Yes. We've got a lot of work planned. Actually, there's a project right here at this playfield, Westwinds Cricket Ground. There's going to be a multiple outdoor cricket nets that are going to be built. Hopefully, the construction might start in a month's time. So there's that, and also there's a lot of repairs and maintenance that we've sort of tasked ourselves with. So those are the few things that we'll be working through this season, and obviously bringing the quality of the general level of cricket up here in Calgary. So that is one of the prime focus. But if you talk about 5 years, is obviously invest in developing and bringing out good young youth cricketers to be able to represent the city, province, Canada. Hopefully when all of the issues that we're in get sort of sorted out eventually, and secondly obviously the infrastructure. I think in Calgary and in Edmonton, our biggest challenge is most of the playfields are owned and operated by the cities. Mm-hmm. So there are certain things that we're allowed to do and certain things we can't. There's a lot of red tape. Now we've sort of understood how the process works with the city of Calgary. We've got dedicated executives that are really focused in achieving certain things for the league. And we've got a good partnership going with the city. So we're hoping in the next couple of years to come, there'll be better playfields. The quality of the playfields would certainly improve. But it's just because we're working with a very bureaucratic process and system. Members just have to have a little bit of patience while we work towards it.
Right. Well, I hope this interview has helped clear up some of the concerns, people not really knowing all about the Calgary District Cricket League, and let's hope that some of their players are very soon selected for Cricket Canada squad and also the Alberta Cricket Association. Great to meet you. I know you got to get umpiring right now, so good luck for the rest of the season, and good luck today umpiring.
Thank you very much. It was awesome talking to you. Thanks, awesome. Mike.
Thanks a lot. Mick Ozzie for Edmonton Cricket TV.